Good morning and welcome back to Withrow Urban Homestead. Today is April 26th and it's time to work in the garden. We're going to prep for planting the red cabbage, but first let's feed the birds and the squirrels. They're patiently waiting. It's almost 9 a.m. It just stopped raining and it's cold again. In our recent vlog, it was in the 90s. But today it feels like 41. That's springtime here in north central Maryland. The songbirds are coming back, so I just bought some of the more expensive feed, fruit and nut blend. So let's fill up the feeder. Do you hear the birds? So you see this area over here? That's for the red cabbage. Today we're going to add hoops like these for the carrots, netting, and dig holes and everything else we need to do to prepare. We'll see if we have enough time to actually plant. This would be a good day because it's so cool. Now let's go to the garage and check the seedlings. The baby bunny finally left the garage. The problem was, I think that was its first day in this garden. It didn't seem to know how to get out. Now, it came originally from across the alley, and the rabbits go under my neighbor's fence and through my fence. It could easily get through there. I went to the bathroom, and when I came back, the bunny was in the garage. So I moved and waited, and it would leave and zip back in. Leave and zip back in. If a dog barked, it would zip in. If a big bird came, it would zip in. So I sat behind this door. But I couldn't close the door fast enough when it would leave. It was too fast. So I went and worked at the table, hoping the bunny would leave. But I decided to leave those greens, and sure enough, it stayed in that garage for 2 days. Finally, it figured out it could go hide in the flower ring. It's been 10 days since the most recent vlog, and now every day the bunny comes into the garden and it eats. When it gets scared, it runs into the flower ring to hide. I'm careful when I go in the house to close the garage door. I think it decided that was a nice, safe place to call home. I'm happy to have rabbits in the garden. They mainly only eat the weeds. All the tomatoes, peppers, and eggplant seeds have germinated and are growing. I did film the day I took off the heat domes, and I'll add that footage now. These won't be ready to be planted until Mother's Day, but the onions and the cabbage are ready to be planted now. I want to share them with my community, so let's set up this shelf in the alley to give away some free plants. I added some signs, some trays I don't mind if people take, some scissors, and I need a different net. The old one, the zipper wasn't working anymore. These are old blueberry nets. We need to protect the cabbages from the white cabbage butterflies. So let's get this on the alley, add the net, then go get the plants. Now let's get the plants, add some labels, and put them on the shelves. Those two I'm going to save to give to Dale's personal trainer. I'll give those to him on Wednesday. Did you see last year's fall lettuce volunteers? I might pop those up to save them. And the other seedlings coming up are sunflowers from the birdseed. Soon we're going to sow our carrots here, and yesterday I thinned the cabbages. I'll add the footage here. I don't mind if people take a whole 6-cell pack, but these are less popular than when I give away things like tomato and pepper plants, so people tend to cut these apart. The empty spots in the onions where they didn't germinate is because I let the soil dry out a little bit, so that's my mistake. My cabbage and onions are in the winter sown water jugs. I'll check on these every day to see if they need water. The top of this soil is just starting to dry out, so let's go ahead and water. The tomatoes germinated in 5 days, the peppers in 9 days, see the difference? And the eggplant also in 5 days. The heat mats and the heat domes really helped. Now let's collect the supplies for setting up hoops and netting, because we're going to need that after we've planted the cabbages. Did you see the bunny? It likes the bird seeds. Dale just left in the car to buy lunch and it scared the bunny. It's still getting used to all these noises here in the city. Did you see the hay I bought for the bunny in case it stayed stuck in the garage? Fortunately, it left. Ooh, the catbirds are back. I'm just now seeing the first one. It's one of my big strawberry and fruit eaters. That and the robins and the cardinals. Happy they're back. They don't stay here all winter. That was close. I had to shoo it out. It's really not scared of me. It knows the garage is a safe, warm place where it found food. Let me get this garage door closed. Since our week of 90-degree weather, we've had a freeze. It got down to 30 degrees. The 90s caused all the irises to bloom and Dell's alliums to bloom early. The alliums survived the freeze because they were already fully open, but all of the opened irises that you saw in the recent vlog, they all died. There were a few not yet open, and those survived. Now we have lilies coming up. A few of these lilies I planted. They're oriental lilies. They're one of our honeymoon flowers. Our good friend, when we came back home from our honeymoon, had those flowers waiting for us, so they have good memories. But everything else, all these other lilies, I found free. I collect them from the trash at the historic cemetery, typically around Easter or Mother's Day, when people are changing out the plants. The bunny also likes to hide over there in the compost, the woody area. The plan is to set the hoops up in an 8x4 foot area, starting right up against the carrot netting. And then bring it back 4 feet so I have room behind it to hopefully plant some sunflowers along the fence. I can't start all the way up against that metal fence because there's several inches where there's not really deep soil. So I need to find the edge. Then I'll measure 8 feet from there. Now the bunny's hiding in the flower ring. That's the tricky part of this setup, finding where the deep soil begins. It's about 8 inches. Now we're going to take a break for lunch, and if there's no rain afterwards, we'll come back. I'll set up the tripod so you can see better. But I wanted to finish that very beginning part before Dale got back. He's bringing steamed shrimp. We have that on Sundays, and the store cooks it for us, so it makes it easy. Looks like rain is coming, so we need to end this video. And did you notice? I've cut down the old sunflower. We're making progress. Thank you for visiting Withrow Urban Homestead. See you later. Bye-bye.